let's create the product detail page. So I'm just creating one file, product details page dart, and just importing basic dependency, that is material.dart, and then I'm going to create one stateless widget in the name of product details page, and where I need some items to be displayed because I want my data to be passed from my home page, from my product card to my product detail page. So I'm creating one product class uh, as item, and I'm going to create a constructor for this. This product detail page. I want key. This dot item. Give me 1 second. Okay, now it's fine. And we need a super key. Super key equals to key. Fine. So I want my complete product card to be clickable. I don't want this to be clickable. Actually, I want the complete this product card to be clickable. And whenever user click on a particular product card, a respective product detail page should get open. So we need to pass the index value from my product card to my detail page. So let's move into this where I have defined the slidable widget. I need to wrap this with Inkwell. I need to wrap this build list style item because I want my product card to be clickable. So Inkwell, I'm using Inkwell to make it clickable. But inside that, I'm giving on tap. I have a long press, on double tap, on tap down, on tap cancel. So I'm using one tap. Means if user clicks on it, it will do some activity. So inside this, I'm just going to give material page route. If you want, you can also define page route on a home page, and you can call it home page route builder equals to context, and we need product detail page. I'm just closing down every other part because every other part is done. So to avoid confusion, I'm just closing all the window. Okay, I'm so sorry. This is not the slidable. Okay, this is my product collection page. So this is my product detail page, and I need to pass item item equals to item. So by using this, I'm able to get the exact I'm able to get the exact give me 1 second. What is the problem? This is the exact spelling. Okay, so just copy and paste because if there will be any spelling mistake, it will not going to call that. So now my detail page is now connected. So if I'll refresh it, it will get one clickable event and it will land me to the blank page. Application restarted. Let me restart application one more time. This is clickable. I don't know why it's not moving. What detail page? Let me write something. Decoration goes to box decoration. Okay, let me give only child actually. Okay, I think my material page out is properly not working. Material page out. Okay, I'm so sorry. I haven't made navigated or push. I'm really sorry for this. Let me copy paste it, and this should be navigated or push. I haven't used it. Just try to navigate it from one place to another. Navigated or push, and here I have to give context, and this is the root actually. Here I have to just copy paste it, and now it should work fine. I'm so sorry for this. Okay, now it's working fine. I haven't give anything, that's why it's showing me that to a detail page. So let's me design the footer detail page. So I'm just removing this to give the scaffold. Now comes the designing part of footer detail page. So it's totally depend on you what type of footer detail page you want. Background color to be transparent, to be white. Let's take this as a white, and then define the app bar. So currently in app bar I want my back icon, also I want my cart icon to be displayed, and if you want you can also copy paste the app bar from home page to this page. Elevation equals to 0 because I don't want drop shadow effect of app bar. Title to be product details this and giving leading as the icon button, and that icon button is to icons dot arrow back iOS because it looks decent, or it's having the on press event. So in on press I want that to be navigated or push because I want to open the screen through which it get open. So I'm just going giving navigated or pop, and we're going to pass the context. uh, Navigator. Okay, okay, fine. So now if I refresh it, it gives me one back icon through which if I click on this, it will move me to the back of the page. Perfect. Let's design it, and let me define the size of width. Size equal to size. So media query font size. So I want to call my site media query size by using this variable. And let's add some more button, icon button. Icon icons dot add to cart or search, and the color will be white. Color will be white or you are yes, color will be white. Color will be white, and giving on press equals to null. So you can easily choose it icon button, or you can use icon. On the home page I have used only icons. If you these all things are icon. If you want, you can also use icon button, or app bar also I have used uh, this one, icon theme, icon leading, icon menu sharp, icon search. If you want, you can also use icon button, because in icon is doesn't have any clickable option. This is not clickable, but if you wrap this with gesture detector or inkwell, or you are making icon button, then it will give you option to make it clickable. Perfect. Now let me copy paste it. I want one more button as a shopping cart. Perfect. Now if I press R for hot reload, it's going to show me my two icons, and both are clickable. Now let's come to the body part. I'm using stack. And inside the stack I'm using uh, children. Inside the children I'm using container, and decoration equals to box decoration. Border radius out only, because I want my two sides to be circular. So top left goes to radius dot circular. This is 20. Color equal to deep purple, and I want this to be scrollable. So I'm just wrapping the part inside the container as a scrollable. So what I'm doing is I'm just creating one container inside this body part, and inside the container I'm just going to wrap everything, and I want that to be scrollable. Let me make it as center. Alignment equals to top center. So let's create the child part of this container, because currently the container should be shown, but I haven't given any height and width. So it's all the height and width of the container is totally depend on the widget inside that child. Perfect. So if I give height and width, then the container size should be aligned with that height and width. But if I haven't given any height and width, then the height and width of the container should be aligned with the child. So let's write some product, write some design inside this child scroll view. So inside the child scroll view, I'm using safe area. Why safe area? To make it everything inside my screen. and inside a safe area I'm just using one column, and inside a column I'm just going to use text as a item dot name. So where did I get this item? Okay, I have already imported the product class. Text goes to item name, uh, item description, sorry, item title, and item dot description, item price. Inside this, let me give some refresh it and see how what. Okay, so currently I have wrapped everything inside this. Okay, inside this, and inside the row I'm just going to create container whose height will be 40 and width will be 40, and decoration will be box decoration, border radius, border radius are circular, and I want the color to be white. Inside this I'm just going to use child as a text, and this will my numbers. So let's go into a style for this. Text style to font size is to almost 18, and font weight really bold. Font weight for bold, and just copy paste this container. I should have this, yes. So let's copy this and paste this. Number is 8 and number is 9 and 10. Perfect, let's run this. Perfect. So I have to define the hue tag for this. I have to make this a center, alignment to be center. Inside the container, I want this to be center. To make this text in center of this box, I have to do this to every place. Fine. And now comes some major part. Inside that row, also creating another row. And same container and just copy and paste it. Okay, don't do that. Let's create another one. So height will be 40 and the width will be 100, and decoration will be box decoration, border radius, I can give this 5 and giving color as black, and also we giving the child text as a black to give the option to user to choose either black color of the shoes or to white color of the shoes. If you want, you can also give more option to the user, and just give some style to this text style. Font size will be 18 and font weight will be bold, and the color will be white because my box color is black, so the text color should be white. Perfect. Just copy paste this container, just do it white, and here I'm just giving the color as white, and the text color will be black. Let's run this. Perfect. Now let's give the alignment dot center. Now comes to the hero widget part. I'm giving one container. Just create one button, that is add button outside the row, not in the, because rows put things in the row and column put things in a column. So basically we have to be very careful while working with row and column, because it's sometimes create confusion while creating things. So I had to currently I want things to be just below the color choice. I want my add button, so height will be my 50 and there will be approx 500. Colors will be black and the text will be white. Perfect. Now let me design this first. Inside outside a container, I'm just using my hero widget, which needs tags and child. So I need tag, so tag is equals to uh, item name, and child equals to my image dot asset image, and that asset is my item dot image URL. And now we have to decide the height and width of this. So the height equals to, I want my 50% of height to be taken by this hero widget. So size and height multiplied by 0.5 to make the 50% of the height, and width is also taken, and let's run this. Now fine. Now I think they will. I had created some mistake in creating the row and column. So my page is ready, but I have to just wrap this in a wrong thing, I think. So don't worry about that. So I think I have to wrap this container with this. This is my stack, and here I have to give margin, because I just want my container to be moved from this place, and that hero widget should be take the exact position of that container. So I want my 20% of height to be taken by this, and I also need to give the padding. So, so basically, I'm just giving the margin that how much size it will going to take. So this is the size. Size is equals to media query dot of context size. Perfect now. So I'm using the size as a height. 0.2 means 20. It will take 20% of height, and it will take the top margin equals to 20%, and it will take height equals to size dot height 80%, 0.8. And let me run this and see whether something is going to be happen or not. Okay, now it's working fine. So now let's do some design part to give some adjustment to this. So firstly, I'm just going to give style part, text style, uh, font size will be 18, font weight equals to font weight for bold, and the color should be white. Just copy paste this. You can also define your text style somewhere, and you can call it to everywhere. 15, 15, and this 15. It's fine. I have to. I also have to give uh, the padding between these two between these containers. So I'm just wrapping this with padding 7 to 8. Now good, and just give some space between these two widgets, black and white and numbers. This is so just giving the size box. You want, if you want, you can also give a padding as well. I want this ad to be little bit. The width is too long. I'm also going to give the size box. Uh, Nice. And also going to give this complete row padding from the left hand side. This complete row, and the same applied with the. Okay, I need to give some more padding to this. I think 8. So you can adjust the width between the widgets and the exact position by using the size box and or giving the padding also. Always remember that the padding and the size box you are going to give is always taken to every screen size. Means if your device size is too large, it will take only 18 padding, and your size box will be 20 to every screen size, and the padding will always be 18 to every screen size. And just give some padding to this also. I think it size box is too long. Perfect. If you want, you can also give a description, something like to make this more attractive. Uh, if you want, you can add this with n to make this a new line. Now let's do some padding adjustment to make these lines looks more beautiful. Currently, this text doesn't looks nice, and the space between these three different widgets are so large. So let's wrap this column with padding, the padding will be 20. So okay, nice. uh, and now cross axis alignment, cross axis alignment dot start, and perfect. Now there will be no issue with this. So everything will be aligned to left hand side, but this looks little bit nicer. I'm also wrapping this safe area to the padding, and this I have given 18 padding to everything, I think. So let's make this 8. I have given the padding to 7 or number also. Let's remove the padding from this also. uh, with black and white. Okay, nice. And I think I have given the space. Height equals to size box. So okay, nice. So let's give some space between these nights and between descriptions and all. So let's wrap this with padding. Let's wrap this with padding, and let's run this. Okay, no, doesn't look nice. Let's give a size box to this, or you can use padding. So let's give one item price. Let's add dollar symbol to this, with one space to the price. Also, I'm giving point O to give the point option. Also give the padding, not all, because I want my padding to only to be happen to top and the bottom. So top equals to 8.0. Also bottom I am also taking 8.0, and let's refresh it. Let's also increase the font size also to make it's more appealing. So I think it looks fine. You can also adjust the placement, or you can also add a lot of widget to your PDP to make it more attractive. So if you so this is only for this video. This is my final output of my PDP. So if you click on whosoever PDP, it will wrap this to the fuller detail page of any product. Okay, I think there is a problem with the image. Okay, so it's showing me something different, and this is something different. So let me check my hero widget uh, one more time regarding the height and all width of this. No, I think I haven't restarted my application. That's why it's showing different images. So the white portion you are seeing is basically because of of that different size of the image. Some are wider in length, some are wider in length. So that's why this square box is having different sizes because of different image sizes. But whenever you are creating a real-time apps, you have a perfect size of every image so that your detail will looks perfectly fine. So this is my final output. So I have to wrap this my tab bar with padding. So let's skip the padding to my tab bar view. Inside a tab bar, I'm just let me give the padding to this. Okay, fine. So it seems fine. You can play with all your paddings and height and width to make your design more beautiful and more fine in looks. So let's give this only top equals to 10 only. Now perfectly fine. So this is my final output. I hope you like the video and you like my teaching style. If you are facing any issue, please let me know in the comment section. I will definitely try to solve your problem as soon as possible. Also, you can follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn, Instagram, or my social media account. Links in the description. I'm always available on a social media account, especially in Twitter. So you can easily ask me any question, or you can ask me any question regarding Flutter in the comment section of the YouTube. Please, if you like this video, please do subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends. So thank you. Thanks a lot.